Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss about probabilistic thinking. Okay, so what is probabilistic thinking? Well, it is a tool to make a better decision, and this tool is actually a thinking framework. And if we are talking about thinking framework, it means that there are certain steps to carry out to implement this framework. Now, how do we implement this framework? Well, the first step is to estimate the probability of an event based on intuition. Now, if I said intuition here, it means that we don't have to gather we don't have to gather real life data. I mean, not real life data. We don't have to gather through scientific method such as survey, etc. So just use our intuition, okay? For example, imagine that um, from our observation, um, in the past 6 days, um, there were, uh, you know, there were raining days. And then we asked ourselves, like, how likely it is for today to be a rainy day? And then we estimate the probability of this event, rainy day. Now, because these past 6 days were raining, then I conclude that it will be 90% for today to be raining. Well, that's one example. Now, as for the second example, imagine that I want to sell bread to in my city. Now, I ask myself again, what's the probability for a person to buy my bread? Well, I assume that it will be 10% based on my intuition, based on my feeling. Now, in other words, it means that for every 10 people in this city, one person might buy my bread. If I have to visualize it, then it will be like this. This orange guy, which is only one person, will buy my bread out of 10 people. Now, this is the first step, okay? Now we could improve this first step by combine it with another idea, such as expected value. Now, imagine again that someone offers me an investment project, and he says to me that the gain out of this project is $1 million for me. However, it only has 10% chance of success. And of course, the rest 90% is a failure. And since it is an investment, of course, I have to pay some cost, right? And the cost will be $20,000. So if I implement the idea of expected value here, then it means that I multiply this 10% with this gain $1 million, which I abstracted here. And I also have to um, add it with the loss, which is 90% times minus $20,000. So because actually this is minus, as you can see here, then if I combine it, I sum it, then the value will be $82,000. Now, based on this calculation, I can conclude two things. The first one is that if I take this investment once, then I will be more likely to lose my money. And it is quite obvious, right? I mean, it has 90% chance of failure. However, if I take this investment 10 times, like I do it over and over and over again, then I'm gonna have to multiply this $82,000 with 10, as you can see here. And the value will be 80, 820,000 dollars. Now, I think it is quite obvious why it is a gain. I mean, also that I failed nine times, but when I won once, all the failure is, is being covered up by the one win. And yeah, it is obvious, I guess. So that's the first idea that we could combine with the estimation technique. Now, the second idea that we could combine is conditional probability. And I guess for this one, it is my favorite because I really I use it really often. For now, the abstract idea on how to use it is that given this condition, what's the probability of this event happens? So, as an example, I let's say for me, if I watch this kind of video, like random memes I found on TikTok part two, especially this is a short video from YouTube, then I will be more likely to follow YouTube recommendations. And the estimate probability for it is 90%. And of course, if I follow YouTube recommendations, it also means that I will waste my time. However, if I watch religious video like this, I think it only has 10% chance for me to watch YouTube's recommendation, which is pretty low, right? And I use it really often. So the last idea that we could combine with probabilistic thinking, at least in this video, of course, is continuous probability distribution. And the abstract idea on how to use it is what's the probability of a certain event happening in a certain range of variables. And it is quite easy, Like, what's the probability for the train in a train station to come before 8:15, given right now is 8. Now, it means that in the range of 15 minutes interval, what's the probability for the train to come? And of course, if I have to compare it with 30 minutes duration, 30 minutes intervals, then the 30 minutes one will be more likely rather than the 15 minutes one. And back again, we don't have to use scientific method to gather the data, just use our intuition or feelings or experience, observation, and so on. So another way to use this continuous probability distribution idea is what's the probability that I will have $10,000 salary per month before my 30s, given I am right now 20 years old, like that. Or another way to use this continuous probability is asking what's the probability that I will die before 80 years old, and so on. Yeah, so if I have to conclude about probabilistic thinking, then there are the key takeaways. The first one is by thinking that every decision that we take is actually a gamble because it has a risk to fail. However, we only have to use probabilistic thinking when the decision is really important. It is a big decision. And finally, probabilistic thinking could help us making a better decision and having a better expectation. So I guess that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.